How did Fort Sumter spark the Civil War? Imagine a peaceful harbor suddenly turned into a battleground. That's exactly what happened in April 1861 at Fort Sumter, and it changed everything. To see how it started, we need to look at the rising tensions between North and South, especially over slavery and states' rights. After Abraham Lincoln was elected president, 7 Southern states decided to leave the Union because they felt their way of life was threatened. They formed the Confederate States of America, with Jefferson Davis as their president. These states believed they had the right to secede and from their own country. Meanwhile, the Union wanted to keep the country united. One of the last federal forts in the South was Fort Sumter in Charleston Harbor, South Carolina. When South Carolina seceded, they demanded the Union troops leave. Major Robert Anderson refused and moved his small force into Fort Sumter, which was easier to defend. The Confederates, led by General P.G.T. Beauregard, surrounded the fort and cut off supplies. President Lincoln faced a tough choice. Should he abandon the fort and look weak, or try to send supplies and risk war? Lincoln decided to send food and supplies, but not reinforcements. He wanted to show he was committed to holding federal property but avoid starting a fight. When Lincoln announced his plan, Jefferson Davis and the Confederate government saw it as an act of hostility. They ordered Beauregard to demand the surrender of Fort Sumter. When Anderson refused, Confederate forces opened fire on April 12, 1861. The bombardment lasted for 34 hours, and Anderson surrendered. No one was killed in the fighting, but the attack was a huge symbol. The North saw it as rebellion, and the South saw it as defending their rights. Lincoln responded by calling for 75,000 volunteers to fight against the rebellion. This call made for more Southern states join the Confederacy. Suddenly, the country was divided into 2 opposing sides. The attack on Fort Sumter turned a political crisis into open war. From the Confederate side, Jefferson Davis and his leaders believed they were defending their independence. They thought firing on the fort was necessary to protect their new nation. They wanted to show the world they were serious about secession. For Davis and his government, holding Fort Sumter was about asserting their sovereignty. They believed that if the Union kept control of the fort, it would weaken their claim to independence. The fall of Fort Sumter had immediate effects. It united the North against secession and sparked a rush to arms. It also gave the Confederacy a boost in morale and international recognition hopes. Leaders like Jefferson Davis saw the attack as a way to rally support and demonstrate resolve. The event proved that a single military clash could turn a political dispute into a full-scale war. It set the stage for years of conflict that would reshape the nation forever.